Let's make a candle.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Nina and I am going to show you guys how I make my Bahama Mama 2-color candle. First thing you want to do, you want to heat up your wax. I use coconut apricot cream wax. I heat it up to about 220 to 210 degrees. This one did go a little hot. I forgot it on the double boiler. You mix in your fragrance oil. For about 2 minutes, I use 10% of a fragrance load. So now I am separating off my wax into two different colors because I am going to show you how I do that wallpaper effect, but really it's like a marble effect. It looks so amazing. So first I start off with like my mint green, and now you see me going into my blue. You want to make sure you stir these really well. You want to make sure that you get the fragrance incorporated with the color. I'm cleaning off the candles with some 91% rubbing alcohol, making sure they're dry. I already cleaned off the surface with some alcohol as well. So now I am wicking my candles. Um, I'm using Northwood wicks. So these, I really like these wicks. They give me a long burn time. Okay, so I'm pressing them in with a little mixing spoon. So first I go in my green. I wait till it's about 120-ish and just keep pouring it, mixing it around. See that the So as I'm mixing it around, you can just see that the color is sticking to the candle vessel. I'm going to repeat this several times. I'm just keep on turning it around to make sure I get a nice, good, thick layer of it. So I'm only making 3 candles today. I don't make a lot of candles at a time. I make them in small batches. So I'll just keep doing this. Now I'm going in with my blue. Sometimes mica does stick to the bottom. This one is 150, but it will stay pretty nicely and it will not melt the first layer because the first layer has cooled down enough. Just keep turning it around. Just keep getting that top wax to just stick to the glass. You don't want to do this underneath 120 to 130. Just keep mixing it. Look how beautiful this looks. It gives it a really nice wallpaper look. It's really a marble effect, but I think it looks like wallpaper. And the candle just looks so amazing. The scent I'm using is called Coconut Shaving. The fragrance oil I'm using is a Coconut Shavings by Nature's Oil. This thing smells amazing. It smells like vanilla, bananas, and coconut, and I really wanted to have it like a tropical look because when I smelled this thing, it reminded me of the Bahamas when I went there on vacation. So I was going to put my wick holders in the beginning, but then I just waited to because I wouldn't be able to turn them around. I'm just fastening my wick holders. You want to let the candles cool down before you place in the rest. So I let them sit for a little bit, and then I'll come back. Wax did set up, so I had to melt it just to get it to pour in there. I just want to make sure that it gives it a nice layer. So I wait a little while so I don't pour the wax in hot. You can see it's at 116 in there and the wax is at 147. They stay really hot in these tins. So I'm just pouring it in. Now when the blue and the green mix, it really does give it a nice color tone. So these look pretty dark, but I assure you they're not. They dry to a really nice color, like a beautiful bluish green. It looks amazing. So I'm gonna let these set for a while. Okay, so now that my wax is cooled, I'm gonna come back, stick something in them, make sure that we stick a hole in them to make sure that they don't tunnel. So as you can see, it's still a little bit warm. I'm gonna put it back. Come back a little bit later, do it again, still too warm. Now this is later. Okay, so now we're perfect. I do this to make sure that they don't tunnel because sometimes when you pour them too hot or too cold, they do make these little holes in a sense. So I come back with my heat gun, fill in the little holes with my heat gun. You see the wax will fill in the little holes. Now I just come back, I just use the remaining of my wax on the tops. Look how beautiful this looks. I love the scent, I love the color. They are so amazing. Alright, so now I need to clean them off. I'm using 91% rubbing alcohol again, cleaning off the sides and the tops. My wick uncentered a little bit, so I just pulled it. So now I'm just gonna heat it up again, make sure I get out the little imperfections that may be from me moving the wick around. And all we need to do now, put our labels on, cut the wicks, and we are ready to go. I'm using online labels, and I've designed my labels on Canva. So I need to cut the wicks. You want to cut them to about 1/4 of an inch. Look how beautiful these look. I will put a link for the description of what I am using. If I got it off of Amazon, it will be in the link below. I made these labels with my thermal printer, and I also got these beautiful rose gold candle warning labels on Amazon as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please